Stop right there. Look at this bathroom. Black mold crawling up the grout, mildew stains eating through the silicone, that disgusting pink slime that never seems to die. You have scrubbed it, you have bleached it, you have spent money on those bright orange spray bottles from the store. And it comes back. Every single time. It always comes back. Why? Because you have been using the wrong thing. Today that changes. I'm going to show you a $1 powder. $1 that kills bathroom mold and mildew completely. Not just on the surface, down to the root, permanently. No scrubbing required, no gloves full of chemicals, no calling a restoration company that charges you $400 to do what you're about to do yourself in the next 20 minutes. This is it. This tiny bag, $1 at any pharmacy or grocery store. In the cleaning industry, they absolutely do not want you to know this exists. Because if you knew, you would never buy their overpriced mold sprays again. Watch what happens when I apply this to 15-year-old bathroom mold. Can you believe this? Stay with me. This is going to completely change how you think about bathroom cleaning forever. Here is something nobody talks about. Before the big cleaning chemical companies existed, before the fancy sprays and the neon-labeled bottles, hospitals and public health workers had a different problem. They needed to kill mold and bacteria in tile rooms, bathrooms, operating rooms, public showers, and they solved it with simple chemistry. Cheap, accessible, powerful chemistry. The compound they used has been documented since the early 1900s. It was standard issue in every public health manual for decades. Then something happened. The cleaning product industry grew into a multi-billion-dollar business. And here is the truth about that business. It does not profit when you find a permanent solution. It profits when your mold keeps coming back. So the cheaper formulas got buried. The patents expired. The knowledge disappeared from mainstream shelves and got replaced by products designed to suppress mold temporarily. Not kill it, suppress it. So you buy the spray again next month and the month after. What I am showing you today is the formula that public health workers actually used. The one buried since the 1940s. The one no cleaning company has any interest in putting on television. This is not a gimmick. This is fundamental chemistry that the industry quietly hoped you would forget. Let us talk ingredients. You only need 3 things. Number 1, boric acid powder. This is your main weapon. You can find it at any pharmacy, hardware store, or dollar store. A small bag costs around $1, sometimes less. Number 2, white vinegar. Standard distilled white vinegar. $1 or less per bottle at any grocery store. You probably already have this in your kitchen. Number 3, a spray bottle, completely empty. You can reuse an old bottle or buy a new one for under $1. That is your full kit. $1 for the boric acid, $1 for the vinegar. Total cost, under $2. Compare that to the $8, $10, sometimes $15 you spend on commercial mold sprays. Sprays that do not even work permanently. You will also want a dry microfiber cloth for the final wipe. That is optional but helpful. No special equipment. No respirator needed for this formula. No professional training. Just 3 items from your local store and 5 minutes of preparation. Let us get into the science so you understand exactly why this works. Mold is a living organism. It has a cellular structure, a membrane, internal enzymes, a reproductive system. That is how it spreads. It releases tiny spores that float through the air, land on damp surfaces, and start growing new colonies. That is why bleach alone does not work long term. Bleach hits the surface. It oxidizes the color. It makes the mold look gone, but it does not penetrate the grout deeply enough. The root structure, called hyphae, survives. And within 2 to 3 weeks, the mold is back. Now, here is where boric acid is different. Boric acid is a natural mineral compound. Boron combined with oxygen and hydrogen. When mold comes into contact with boric acid, it enters the cellular membrane and disrupts the organism's metabolic enzymes. Basically, it shuts the mold down from the inside. It cannot reproduce. It cannot grow. It dies at the root level. And because boric acid leaves a residual layer on the surface, a thin, invisible coating, any new mold spores that land on that surface die before they can establish a colony. That is the permanent part. That is what no commercial spray does. Now add white vinegar. Vinegar is acetic acid. It lowers the pH of the surface to a level where mold simply cannot survive. Mold loves neutral to slightly alkaline environments. Drop the pH below 4.0, the environment becomes hostile to mold entirely. Together, boric acid and vinegar create a 2-stage attack. The vinegar destroys the environment. The boric acid kills the organism, and the residue prevents regrowth. That is the full formula. Elegant, cheap, deadly to mold. Let us use it. Step 1. Prepare your surface. Do not scrub yet. Do not spray anything yet. First, remove any loose soap scum or debris with a dry cloth. Just a light wipe. You're not cleaning. You're clearing the surface so the formula can make direct contact with the mold. If the mold is on silicone caulking or in deep grout lines, use a dry toothbrush to gently brush the surface. No pressure. No water yet. Look at this grout line here. This black discoloration has been here for years. This is what we are targeting. Step 2. Mix your formula. Take your spray bottle, pour in 1 cup of white vinegar. Now add 2 teaspoons of boric acid powder. Show the powder dissolving. Put the cap on the spray bottle and shake it gently for about 30 seconds. Watch how the powder dissolves into the vinegar. It will look slightly cloudy. That is completely normal. That is your formula. 2 ingredients, 30 seconds to mix, ready to destroy 15-year-old mold. Step 3, first application. Spray the formula directly onto the moldy surface. Do not be shy. Saturate it completely. You want every mold colony, every black spot, every pink patch, every green edge, to be visibly wet with this solution. Pay special attention to grout lines. Hold the spray nozzle close, about 3 to 4 inches away, and press it into the grout. Look at that. You can see the formula sitting on the surface, soaking in. Now look at the mold around the grout line. Watch what happens over the next few minutes. Step 4. Let it sit. Do not wipe. This is the most important step, and the one most people skip. Leave the formula on the surface for a minimum of 15 minutes. If the mold is severe, dark, thick, long established, leave it for 30 minutes. The boric acid needs time to penetrate. The vinegar needs time to break down the mold's surface layer. Do not wipe. Do not rinse. Just let it work. Can you believe this? No scrubbing, no elbow grease, just chemistry doing its job. Step 5. Wipe without pressure. After 15 minutes, take your dry microfiber cloth. Not a sponge, not a wet paper towel, a dry microfiber cloth. Wipe the surface with light, even strokes. Look at this. Look at this. The mold is lifting off with almost zero effort. The vinegar broke down the mold's grip on the tile. The boric acid dissolved the cellular structure from inside. What is left is just dead organic matter, and it wipes away like dust. Step 6. Second application for deep grout. If your grout lines are heavily stained, if the mold has been there for years, do a second pass. Spray the formula directly into the grout again. This time, let it sit for 20 minutes. Then take a dry, stiff bristle toothbrush. Again, no pressure, just light strokes, and brush along the grout lines. No scrubbing, no force. The formula has already done the hard work. You're just guiding the dead mold out of the pores of the grout. Step 7, final rinse and residue layer. Rinse the surface once with clean, warm water. Just a light rinse. Do not scrub after rinsing. Now here is the critical final step that makes this permanent. After rinsing, spray 1 more light coat of the boric acid and vinegar formula over the entire area. This time, do not wipe it off. Let it air dry completely. That thin coating that dries on the tile and grout, that is your invisible protective barrier. That is the residue layer that keeps new mold spores from establishing. That is why this solution is permanent. Every cleaning product you have ever bought told you to rinse and dry completely. That is exactly what removes any lasting protection. Leave this coating. Let it dry naturally, and that bathroom will not see mold again. Look at this. Just look at this. We started with black grout lines, green patches climbing up the tile edges, pink biofilm on the silicone, 15 years of buildup in some of these corners. And now the grout is back to its original gray-white. Every mold colony gone. Not suppressed, not bleached into invisibility, gone. The silicone is clean. The tile surface has a subtle brightness to it that it has not had in years. And here is what matters most. It has been 6 weeks since I filmed this demonstration. This is that exact same bathroom today. Not a single spot of mold. Not one black dot returning in the grout. Not one pink patch near the drain. 6 weeks. After years of mold growing back within 2 weeks of every bleach cleaning. That is the difference between suppression and elimination. That is what the $1 powder does. One application done correctly with the residue layer left in place. Permanent. That is not a marketing word. That is the result. A few important notes before you try this. Boric acid is toxic if swallowed. Keep it completely away from children and pets. Do not use this formula on surfaces where food is prepared. It is for bathroom tile, grout, and silicone only. Vinegar is safe and non-toxic, but the smell is strong in a closed bathroom. Open a window or turn on the exhaust fan while you work. If you have cuts or open skin on your hands, wear light rubber gloves as a precaution. Boric acid can cause mild irritation on broken skin. On intact skin, it is safe, but better to be careful. Do not mix boric acid with bleach. Never. The combination creates fumes that are harmful to breathe. Only mix boric acid with white vinegar, exactly as shown. Finally, do not skip the final residue coat. That step is everything. Without it, you have a clean bathroom. With it, you have a permanently protected bathroom. Do not skip it. So let us recap what you just saw. $1 of boric acid powder, $1 of white vinegar, mixed in a spray bottle. Left on the surface for 15 minutes. Wiped with zero pressure. Finished with a protective residue coat. Result: permanently mold-free bathroom tile and grout. No scrubbing, no expensive products, no restoration company, no return visit from the mold in 6 weeks, 6 months, or beyond. The cleaning companies have been charging you for temporary solutions your entire life. Today you took that money back. If this video helped you, hit that like button right now. It takes 1 second, and it helps this channel reach more people who are stuck paying for solutions that do not work. Subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss a formula like this one. I drop new videos every week with buried chemistry hacks that the industry does not want mainstream. Now I want to hear from you in the comments below. Which problem should I solve next? Rust on bathroom fixtures? Yellow toilet bowl stains? Hard water buildup on shower glass? Drop it in the comments. The most requested one becomes the next video. This is Professor Hassan's lab, and we are just getting started. See you in the next one.